Good afternoon, everyone. 12th class, accountancy. Chapter 4, change in profit sharing ratio. Topic, treatment of goodwill. Treatment of goodwill. So in morning, we did gaining ratio and sacrificing ratio. Now it's time to use both the ratios. In this topic, both the ratios will be used. So how the goodwill will be treated? In chapter 3 already we have done treatment of goodwill. So if the value of goodwill is already given in the question, in that case you just have to treat the goodwill. But if it is not given, then first of all you have to calculate the goodwill by following any of the method which you have learned in previous chapter, by following the average profit method or super profit method or capitalization method. So if goodwill is not given, first you are going to calculate the amount of goodwill, then you are going to treat it. In the previous class, we discussed that when there is a change in ratio, then few partners may be the gaining partner and the other partners may be the sacrificing partner. And gain is always equal to sacrifice. So in this case, the sacrificing, the gaining partners will be giving some amount to the sacrificing partners. Why they are paying that amount to the sacrificing partners? Because sacrificing partners have sacrificed their share for the gaining partners. Gaining partners are able to get the more profits in the future only when the sacrificing partners have sacrificed their share. So it is just like that the sacrificing partners are selling their shares, selling their share in profit, to the gaining partners. Okay, so whenever there is some sacrifice, then there must be some gain, because if you are sacrificing, then you must be expecting something in return of your sacrifice. So here in partnership, when a partner sacrifices his share in favor of any other partner, then he is also having some expectation. So in this case, the gainer partner have to compensate. Gainer partner or partners have to compensate the sacrificing partners. And this compensation here is known as goodwill. And the amount whatever the gainer partner will be paying to the sacrificing partner is known here goodwill. So sacrificing partner must be getting the amount of goodwill from the gainer partner. Now, what entry will be passed? As we all know that partner to partner, if there is any treatment is done, partner to partner, then that treatment is done through their capital accounts. If the capitals are fixed, then the journal entry will be passed through capital account. And if the capitals are fluctuating, then the journal entry will remain same, but this entry will be passed through their current account. So sacrificing gainer partner have to compensate the sacrificing partner. It means gainer partner must be paying an amount which is equal to goodwill to the sacrificing partner. So in this case, gainer partner capital must be decreasing and sacrificing partner capital must be increasing. Why? Because gainer partner is paying an amount equal to the share in the goodwill to the sacrificing partner. So he has to pay, gainer partner has to pay, and sacrificing partner has to receive. So the partner who is paying, his capital must be decreased, and the partner who is getting the amount, his capital must be increased. So what will be the journal entry? You can write down the journal entry, write down. Yes. When the capitals are fixed, then the accounting treatment for goodwill in case of change in PSR, gainer partner capital account, not capital, as the capitals are fixed, and whenever the capitals are fixed, all the entries are passed through current account. Gainer partner or partners current account debit to sacrificing partners current account. This will be the journal entry, and the amount will be written with the amount of goodwill. Gaining share or sacrificing share be multiplied with the amount of given amount of goodwill, which is given in the question, and whatever the amount we will be having, we will be writing here. When we will be doing the numerical, then I will explain. And what will be the narration here? Write down the narration. Adjustment made for goodwill. This will be the narration. Being adjustment made, this entry will be used in all the further chapters of partnership. Being adjustment made for goodwill. This is a very important fundamental entry, and this entry will be passed in each and every chapter. Now, if the capitals are fluctuating, so if the capitals are fluctuating, in this case, the entry will be gainer partner. Entry will remain same, only the word current account will be replaced by the capital account. As in chapter 2, we have already done that when the capitals are fixed, all the journal entries are passed through current account, and when capitals are fluctuating, then journal entries are passed through capital account. So gainer partners capital account debit to sacrificing partner capital account, and narration will remain same, being adjustment for goodwill is done or made, being adjustment for goodwill is done. Clear? So these two entry will be passed depending on the information given in the question. If the question is silent about the nature of capital, so in that case, you are going to pass this entry. You will be passing the entry through current account only when it is very much clearly mentioned in the question that the capitals are fixed. If the question is silent about the nature of capital, then you will be assuming it as a fluctuating capital, not the fixed capital. And the logic behind this entry I have already explained you. As gainer partner will be getting more share in the future, why he will be getting? As the sacrificer partner has sacrificed his share. So in return of the sacrifice made by him, he will be getting some amount from the gainer partner in the form of goodwill. So gainer partner compensating to the sacrificing partner. And when gainer partner is compensating to sacrificing partner, this entry will be passed. Gainer partner must be making payment to the sacrificing partner. So when gainer will be making payment, his capital will be decreased. And when sacrificer will be getting payment, his capital will be increased. When capital increases, it is credited. When capital decreases, it is debited. So gainer's capital will be debited and sacrificer's partner will be credited. And in future, the profits will be shared in the new profit sharing ratio, whatever the new profit sharing ratio has been decided. Now let's do one question for better understanding of the topic. I'm writing one question. For example, A and B are two partners and it is given that their ratio is 3:2. Whatever the ratio is given in the question, that is always the old ratio. In the beginning of the question, this is always given. So this is the old ratio. With effect from 1st April 2021, they decide to share profits equally. So they have decided that in future, they will be sharing profits equally. So this is the new ratio. Now, the amount of goodwill is also given in the question. Goodwill is valued. It is given in the question. Goodwill is valued. Rupees 50,000. And what will be written in the question? Pass the necessary journal entry for adjustment of goodwill. Pass the necessary journal entry for adjustment of goodwill. Now, for doing this question, again, 3 steps are there. Step 1, first of all, whenever there will be a question on the change in profit sharing ratio, then the first step will be always to find out who is sacrificer and who is gainer. So here I am just finding out sacrificing or gainer. So I am just finding out the sacrificing ratio for A. 3/5 old ratio minus new ratio. 3/5 minus 1/2. It's 1/10. As you can see that it is in positive. Positive means A is sacrificer. In the previous class, I have explained this. If the sacrificing ratio is coming in positive, it means A is sacrificer. Now calculate the sacrificing ratio of B. Old ratio minus new ratio. So what is the old ratio of B? 2/5. And what is the new ratio? 1/2. 4 minus 5. 1/10 minus 1/10. As you can see that B's ratio has come in negative. If any partner's ratio is coming in negative, it means that partner is gainer. Why? Because earlier he was getting the lesser share and in future he will be getting the more share. It means he has gained some share and this gain must be equals to the sacrifice. Always remember this thing. This step already we have learned in the previous class. Now come to the topic. What is the topic? How the goodwill will be treated now. So now do the step 1. In step 1 we have already done. Now do the step 2. In step 2, this gainer partner share and sacrificer partner share will be multiplied by the goodwill. Okay. So A's share in goodwill. A's share in goodwill. What is the amount of firm's goodwill? Goodwill may be given in the question, and if it is not given, then you need to calculate the amount of the goodwill on the basis of the any of the previously learned methods. Okay, so 50,000 into A, 1/10. So it is 5,000. And now calculate the B's share of goodwill. You can see it will remain same as the gain and sacrifice is same. So 5,000. So 5,000 is the gainer share in the goodwill and 5,000 is the sacrificer share in the goodwill. Now the last step, pass the journal entry. Step 3. So what's journal entry I told you? Gainer partner share capital account debit to sacrificing partners capital account. But before passing the entry, you need to understand the language given in the question. You have to consider, before passing any entry in the partnership, you have to consider whether the capital is fixed or fluctuating. As I have not disclosed it that the capital is fluctuating or fixed. So you will assume that the capital is fluctuating. So now the entry will be gainer partner capital account debit. Who is gainer? B. So entry will be B's capital account debit to A's capital account. What entry I have told you? Gainer partner. B is the gainer and A is the sacrificer. And the amount is 5,000. Okay. So 5,000. Now write down the narration. Being adjustment entry for goodwill passed. Adjustment entry for goodwill passed. Or being adjustment for goodwill made. Whatever you want, you can write. Now suppose in the same question there are three partners. So in that case, any two partners will be debited, or one partner will be credited, or any one partner will be debited or two will be credited. So in that case, you have to consider that debit amount must be equal to the credit amount. Clear? So this is all about today's topic. So I hope the topic is clear. So if there is any doubt, you can ask.